I made the glasses bigger, you guys. That's funny. Okay, there we go. Stake your soul. Honestly, if I have Called by the Grave and Ash in my hand, I know no fear. So, we're going straight for Razen, and nothing's gonna stop us. Razen, add Zhao Long, add Diabell Star, special summon Zhao Long using Razen effect. Rock of the Vanquisher to add Razen back to hand so that Zhao Long has the attribute. We now have all 3 attributes we need to resolve our Vanquish Soul trap. But we're not finished because we're going to summon Diabell Star. Sinful Spoils to get rid of the Rock of the Vanquisher, and now we start our Snake Eyes combo. I haven't normal summoned yet, so I actually went with that guy to have a free negate. Now we're protected from Nibiru. But we did not add a Poplar yet. But we can still go into Flamberge here. Yep, Flamberge and a Masquerena. Summon. Promethean Princess to reborn the Flamberge. Flamberge adds Masquerena to the back row. They have an Impermanence, but we can negate the Imperm, which I think is correct here. They have a crossout for our Maxi, so now we actually don't have a way of getting those attributes. So we're just going to have to make plays. I think I went with... Actually, no, I haven't started using Nightmare Griffin yet. They have a Sinful Spoils for the Appaloosa. We're adding 2 fires to the hand. Now we can add a dark. They only have 1 card left. Oh, they're gonna draw 1. Okay. So let's see what they draw. Okay, they just ended. I mean, this is nothing. Wait, why did I save this replay? This replay is fucking dog. Huh? This is nothing. This replay is nothing. Why did I save this one? Bad replay. Bad. There wasn't even like a cool tech here or anything. This is just like we comboed off. L. I give that one a 3 out of 10. Replays? I'm just going over 10 Vanquish Soul replays real quick to make room for more. Because I've been saving some Vanquish Soul Snake Eyes replays for people who may be interested. We have 1 for 1, so both of these cards can get us into our Snake Eyes combos. 1 for 1 is good, but it's also limited to 1. They ashed our Razen, so she gets a free search. It's a good thing we drew into Mad Love. We can reborn the Mad Love with Rock of the Vanquisher. Oh, but they negated Rock of the Vanquisher, didn't they? Wait, no they didn't. We special summoned her using Rock of the Vanquisher. I see, I see. In this case, we don't want to get rid of the Rock because we want the Rock to re-add 1 card to our hand. In this case, it's going to be Mad Love because if you look at our board, right? We have no way of searching. Since we don't have Zhao Long, we can't search for a Dark. So Vanquish Soul, Rock of the Vanquisher needs to stay on the field to return the Mad Love in our grave back to our hand. And then on the next turn, when Flamberge gets popped via summoning Appaloosa, rather, Flamberge will add a fire into our hand because it's going to resummon Ash and Oak, which is going to add the fire, and that completes our Vanquish Soul Snow Devil combo. So that's what we're aiming for here, assuming they don't have any more disruption, which I don't think they do. She's going to reborn. Rock of the Vanquisher doesn't really interrupt your Snake Eyes plays, unless you're trying to summon Hita, because Hita needs to summon to a arrow that she's pointing to, and if you summon Hita under a rock, then you're fucked. They're probably playing Nikanko. No? Illusion of Chaos. We're gonna go ahead and go into Appaloosa, I think. Oh, this is a Spiral! It's a Spiral deck. I remember this one. Who the fuck plays Spiral? Fecko sussed this guy out because he saw the Spiral. So now we have Fire, Dark, and Earth in our hand. That's crazy. Okay, this is actually a good replay. Because we have Rosin in a column. I know they're gonna Link Summon eventually. And here's the Link Summon. Oh, you thought? You thought? Fire, Dark. Get rid of that fucking... Get that out of here. And we're gonna pop her. And we're gonna negate her. We're done. We're done with Appaloosa. We don't need her anymore. Easy. If we go first and we don't get Max Seed, it's over. Alright, let's see. Are we going first or second here? I think going second replays are way more valuable for teaching this deck, because going first, it's like, okay, here, we don't have a Razen, so we're gonna just, this is just basic Snake Eye stuff. Find Dia Bellstar. Dia Bellstar. Okay, now here's something interesting. The reason I discarded, this is a pretty good teaching moment, I guess. The reason I discard Zhao Long here, right? Normally, you're not going to be able to get Zhao Long onto the field, but because Snake Eyes can put any fire in the back row, we can put Zhao Long in the back row when we trigger Poplar's effect, which means we can summon Zhao Long. How many games have you had with Vanquish Soul where it's like, man, I just can't see Razen, I can't ever find my Razen, but with Zhao Long and Dia Bellstar, you can send Zhao Long to the grave and then reborn it on the next turn, and if you have two fires in your hand, which you always will when you play Snake Eyes, you're gonna be able to search Razen, and that's really good. Not only that, we drew Vanquish Soul Dust Devil, so having Razen on the field adds a Book of Moon to your goddamn end board. Now that's pretty busted, because Book of Moon can completely stop other Snake Eyes plays by just flipping their Ash or flipping their Flamberge, which we might even see here. Let's see. We drew into the Soul, the Dust Devil, which is kind of funny. But yeah, let's see what happens. So this is pretty standard Snake Eye stuff. We do end with the Trap and the Snow Devil. We're gonna Ash, a hero lives. They have a second, a hero lives, okay. I think this is where we go into, yeah. Reborning the Poplar. Poplar added to hand. So now Zhao Long can search another target. Here's something interesting. If you wanted to have another... Oh, wait, no, Zhao Long can't search himself, right? Yeah, he can't search himself. They think they're safe, but they're not. Because we're gonna flip them down. We use the trap to summon Razen, and then we use the spell to flip both of their monsters down. It was perfect. I'm gonna add the Vanquish Soul spell back into my deck, because that spell is really good. It's just a type of disruption your opponent is never going to play around, so you're always going to be able to, like, screw them over sometimes, especially Kashtira. That spell stops Kashtira in its fucking tracks as soon as you flip something down. Because they can't target to resolve the Kashtira... What is it? Kashtira Theosis? What are we gonna draw? Stake Your Soul? Yeah, okay, that's just a really lucky draw. Because he drew into a Stake Your Soul and we have an Ash in hand, we get to go into Rosin on top of our entire Snake Eyes combo. We're also going to get to end on a Vanquish Soul board. Vanquish Soul doesn't need too many cards to completely get the entire ball rolling. All you need is a Stake Your Soul and a Fire in hand, or a Rosin and a Fire in hand. And so just like that, we're going to summon Rosin, add Xiaolong. Xiaolong special summons itself. Xiaolong adds the trap. On the next turn, we get another draw with Heat Soul. Actually, we can go into Mad Love, and we do. Okay, that's insane. So what we were going to do there, we were going to link off the Rosin with Rock of the Vanquisher, use Rock of the Vanquisher to special summon Mad Love. Mad Love adds the trap. Borger tags out with Mad Love, get another draw one. I mean, that's just busted. Yeah, no, I can see why I saved this replay. It's not really too interesting, but goddamn, that was a just disgusting board. Getting a draw 2 with Heat Soul and getting a draw 2 with Borger, that's like 2 pots of greed right there. The Playmaker. I feel like I recognize this guy's name. Rosin gets impermed, but we play exactly one imperm for this exact reason. We get to cross out Designator. I love this card. I actually had to craft it. But, I crafted it like a month ago, and I have never looked back. Even though Rosin gets negated here, we're still going to be able to have a Mad Love in hand. And so we're going to use Mad Love to add the trap because we get to get a draw 1 from this. There we go. We drew into a Jet Synchron. That's not too impactful here. Special summoning Mad Love. And then I would say next turn, return Borger to hand. And then get another draw off of Mad Love because we're trying to survive this turn. Adding a fire. Or no, adding earth. And so we're just like one card off, but they Lava Golemed us before we got to add Borger, so we're kind of in trouble now, aren't we? Let's see what we do. Dogmatica Maximus. I know he negates. He does something else, but we negated the effect. Send 2 monsters from your extra deck to the graveyard, and we send 2 monsters, but we can't special summon monsters for the rest of this turn. I see, I see. Fusion deployment. Artesia. We drew another Xiaolong. We actually can resolve the trap now. We have all the attributes we need. I wonder if it's correct to just flip the board. Let's see what they do. Albion, huh? Special summoning 2 monsters? Ooh, that was a mistake. They summoned a Rock of the Vanquisher, so now we just get to... Not only do we get to resolve our Rock of the Vanquisher, we're also going to use our trap. Before Albaz gets to summon, we're gonna destroy him, but they use their trap, which negated everything. But that's okay, because they've only negated everything on field, so now we clap them up, because the only thing not negated is fusion monsters. But we're just gonna go ahead and go into IP Masquerena here. Nightmare Unicorn, Access Code Talker, you know where this is going. That Jet Synchron ended up actually being helpful because it was able to give us another summon to go into Access Code Talker. I've had my issues with Jet Synchron in this deck, but honestly, I think it's definitely too much value to not use. The fact that it gets you an extra special summon from the grave by just discarding a card, we draw so many cards, right? So it's just a good card, I think. It's a pretty good flex card. I've considered playing something like something silly like Danger Nessie, because it's a level 7, so you can do a Borreload Savage Dragon play, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth it, since it's a special summon and our deck space is kind of tight. Okay, this hand is actually cracked unless they max CS. Okay, they just ashed us, so that's not even a problem. Since we have 2 fires in hand, Rosin can special summon Xiaolong, Rock of the Vanquisher to return the Rosin, and we get our search for the trap. Easy peasy. Ooh, we got Effect Veilered. That's interesting. But they don't know that we're on Snake Eyes, so that was not a good Effect Veiler. Effect Veilering the Snake Eye Ash is like 1,000,000 times more impactful. I mean, look at this. Now we get our full Snake Eyes board because they used their targeted negate on us. And because we have another Wanted in our field here, that means next turn we get to add Diabellstar back to our hand, which means we have a Dark attribute, which means all we need is an Earth attribute to resolve our trap, and we're always going to have 2 fires in the hand, thanks to Flamberge, special summoning Ash and Oak, which can either special summon, well, Oak can special summon, Ash adds to hand, but Oak can also add to hand instead of special summoning, which is incredibly useful for Vanquish Soul, since, you know, they need attributes in the hand. And you don't even lose out on anything either, because Poplar, after being added to the hand, can then special summon itself, so you get the best of both worlds. So we have an Earth in hand, we have a Dark in hand. Cross out Designator. Oh, they're playing Snake Eyes. See, now we know they're on the Snake Eyes mirror. We're going to summon before they get that field spell out to resolve it. But they're going to get to summon Flamberge anyway. I think this is a mistake, though, because they're summoning Flamberge before they've summoned a level 1. So if we just destroy Flamberge, what are they going to reborn here? Nothing. So yeah, they didn't get to reborn anything here. Okay, we're going to negate her. She can go ahead and destroy Appaloosa. That's absolutely fine. And then they quit. Yeah, they didn't have anything there. This, I think this is our promotion match to Master 1, I think. I'm not sure. I think so, actually. This must be the Labyrinth deck that ended up losing because they used transaction rollback. Mild spoilers. I'm finally off work. How Yats? How Yats? Check this out. We get Daruma Cannon, but we still have an extra fire in hand. Oh, wow, they maxed us too? That's awful. Battle phase, plonk, plonk. Tag out the border. They Nibiru us, but you know what? Just as a going away present, here's another 1,500. Psh. They have 1,100 LP. Our trap can only deal 1,000. We're 100 off of lethal because we're missing a dark attribute from hand. But our opponent is going to give us a good helping hand here and resolve their transaction rollback, which halves their LP. They didn't know we searched the trap. Maybe they thought we searched the flip trap? I don't know. I guess they didn't know the matchup that well. I would not have used transaction rollback. Boosh, boosh. They got punished for that one. Unfortunate. They didn't want it. They actually surrendered before you could deal the damage to them. Got 2 half-built Gundams that I plan on finishing over the weekend. Yo, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. That sounds like a lot of work, but hey. It's worth it. Okay, thank goodness we drew at least 1 fire monster here. We're gonna be able to Rhoda for our Razen and special summon Xiaolong. Actually, no. Special summoning Xiaolong is incorrect. Well, I guess we don't have a choice here. Oh, we do, actually, because we have a cross-out. Or not a cross-out, we have a Called by the Grave. So, here's a tech you might not know with Vanquish Soul, or rather, just like, I guess an optimization you might not be aware of. because Xiaolong special summons itself, it's not always optimal to special summon Xiaolong with Stake Your Soul. Because, like, since Xiaolong is already going to be able to put himself on the field, sometimes it's better to Stake Your Soul a Dark monster, especially if you already have 2 fires in hand. And because we have a Dark in hand, thanks to Wanted, I think we're going to go for a Dark here. Let's see. And we do. They max see us, but we have a cross out. Bye-bye. Borger for the draw. I think that's... It would be better to go for Mad Love, but they... Psy-frame Gamma us? Okay. Rock of the Vanquisher. Wow, that was like 3 hand traps. I mean, this is easy lethal, so... There's no way they Nibiru us. No way! Excuse me? Wait a fucking... Huh? Droll and Lockbird. Maxi! Psy-frame Gamma Nibiru? What was this guy's hand? I fucking popped off when I saw that. Hello? And this is a replay. This is one of my replays. What the fuck was this guy's hand? Holy shit. Okay, well, thankfully, we were gonna resolve Flamberge, so we still had, like, a ton of plays. Okay, that surprised me. This guy has the average DC Cup hand. This was, okay, this was actually our Master 1 promotion match, by the way. That's what we had to fucking beat to, right? Wait, you guys saw, was that a diamond clip? Because it was a diamond clip, and that was our promotion match. That was stupid! We had to play through Droll, Maxi, Nibiru, and Psy-frame Gamma? What the fuck? That's 4 hand traps. I bet they had their 1-card starter in hand, too. Adding Razen. Special summoning. Ah, okay. This is where you go for Xiaolong. Yeah, Xiaolong is actually optimal here. Now we're gonna add Borger, not the trap. Caesar. I guess that works. Oof. We have to summon. Yeah, we can't let them get away with that. We need that trap. Ending phase. Now, here's a problem. We still don't have a... Wait, fire, earth... We don't have an earth. How are we gonna get an earth? They're playing Generator? Okay, this is gonna be a messy deck because we definitely misplayed here. We have a Razen, but that gets popped because of that spell. Borger, draw 1. Snake Eye Dramatic Chase to add a second Theobel Star. Now we're gonna add an Earth, Panthera. This way Caesar can get his pop. Generator is actually pretty difficult, so this deck is very tricky. But I think Vanquish Soul's so good that they're just able to outgrind them. Kurikara-ing. Okay, wait. I feel like they should have had lethal here. Let's take a look at this. They added Kurikara, and that was a mistake. I think they misplayed because they thought they would have lethal. Adding Kurikara here, or the reason they the reason they add Kurikara is because if they add Snake Eyes, right, it's for the field spell, and they figured, well, I don't want to add the Snake Eyes field spell. I'm playing Generator, but honestly, I think Poplar would have been better. They could have pushed this guy into the back row. I don't know. They missed lethal by 500. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck any of these cards do. This is a solo mode card, you guys. I do know one thing though, fucking Vanquish Soul can clap up this field. That card banishes a card. They banished our Sinful Spoils, so we have no more Snake Eye plays. However, we still have our Vanquish Soul plays. Special summoning Razen, adding... We actually don't have anything to add, because we only play one Caesar and one Borger, and both of them are in the grave. I think they surrendered too early. However, we were going to go into a Hita and summon their Snake Eyes, which would have enabled our Snake Eyes plays, even though they stopped both of our routes to getting into our Snake Eyes plays. We were still going to be able to access our Snake Eyes plays, because guess what? Everybody's fucking playing Snake Eyes, even this Generator deck, so... Hita was going to get us their Snake Eyes Ash, which would have given us our full Snake Eyes combo, and as soon as our opponent sees this, they concede. It's time to drink water. Okay, I mean, this is just pretty standard Snake Eyes plays, nothing special. Ash, resummon. Summon Flamberge, summon Masquerina. Special summon Ash and Oak. Go into Promethean Princess, reborn the Flamberge. Go into Ambla Whale. End turn. Maxi number 1. Oh, I think I went for Nightmare Griffin here. They have an Ash. Okay, so I've been thinking, right? Normally, I usually go for, what's her name? I usually go for Appaloosa, right? That's like the generally accepted correct route for Snake Eyes is to go into Appaloosa. But I've been cooking with Nightmare Unicorn, and honestly, Nightmare Unicorn goes kind of hard for 2 reasons. For one thing, it's a fucking babushka on legs, kind of. For another thing, if you need to get rid of this guy because oh shit, I'm blocking out my own plays, you can just tap into Zelantis next turn. So I think sometimes it can be better than Appaloosa because this card plays around triple tactics sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. Well, nah, I guess it doesn't. It doesn't activate its effect. It plays around Kurikara. There we go. It plays around Kurikara. Because you don't actually have to activate its effect. So that's kind of nice. Since you don't have to activate it. It's also harder for them to beat over it because, for one thing, if they try to swing into it with a Diabellstar, well, Diabellstar has exactly as much attack, so, like, they're both gonna crash. Whereas Appaloosa, after using 1 negate, or if you only had 3 materials, is going to end on 2,400 attack, which is actually less than Diabellstar. They Fusion Destiny, however, they still can't activate until they get a Link monster. There's their Link monster. Plasma? That's a skill drain on legs. The Link Kuribo here goes hard, because they were not able to destroy Nightmare Griffin. And we have a Maxi, so we get to Maxi before they get to summon their little guy. Something that's pretty cool about Plasma, so Plasma only negates the effects of face-up monsters, right? If we normal summon Razen and then lift him up with Caesar, Caesar will actually prevent the Razen from being negated. But I think we're just going for an IP Masquerina play here. Yeah, special summoning that. We could have gone for a Razen add... Oh no, because if we do Razen add Zhao Long, then we can't activate Zhao Long because we don't have an Earth in hand. No, this is the correct play. I definitely almost just misplayed thinking about it. And yeah, with the Kurikara, they surrender. Huh. I think I should build Flu. I'm fed up of the bug. Oh, Maxi. Understandable. Yeah, I getcha, I getcha. The bug is stinky. But have you considered D-Shifter